There, praise the Lord.
Yeah, all right. It's Christ above everything. And in this ring, every swing is a photo. Because Jesus got me more preached up than a choke. So, bro, do not play me homo. Like his blessing, I was yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. That's my YOLO. Used to take a zip on the trip on my YOLO. Today, wonder how I'm making a band by going solo. Where I'm from, even though the powder is white, they call it cocoa. And if you're wearing bounce, they hit on your head just like a GoPro. Used to clap and squeeze out the stolo. I thank it for salvation. If I was Japanese, I'd tell a domo. I was coming to America first to let my oats grow. Even though I put that silly to work, he made my soul blow. From the sinner's tale, daily, the full blow. I'm in a ring, more KC than JoJo. About the father witness, hang with us, you cannot stand around no more. You are not in Kansas now, Toto. YOLO, yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. All the Christians bring conviction to your section. Suggestion, yeah, let Christ give you new life. Alright. Yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. All the Christians bring conviction to your section. Suggestion, yeah, let Christ give you new life.
Jake said I heard him say, we take these streets, get blacks out like when the breaker trips, snapping like the paparazzi's cameras when they taking flicks. But I like the more when he was rapping on that gangster tip, not rapping about these ancient strips of Christ, cause that just makes us sick. They would rather hear me viciously ripping seeds, planting his kids with seeds of death that infect like a sick disease. They must have missed the middle, the new meaning, the triple D is dead, A and is dead, it is over for him, he's history. I was a slave in Lucifer's oppression, and he's from reducing his possession until Yeshua revealed his truth and cut me loose from this deception. It's a life I didn't choose, this was predestined. My Father opened my eyes, so bye-bye. He has cut all of my ties and saved me from the fall like a parachute in a skydive to I die. God has linked me up with these five guys. Single women on connection stronger than your Wi-Fi. So bye-bye.
Yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. All the Christians bring conviction to your section. Suggestion, yeah, let Christ give you new life. Alright. Yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. All the Christians bring conviction to your section. Suggestion, yeah, let Christ give you new life. Alright. We can't be soldiers and stacking like a Lego. Your hope is the captain, I get it cracking if you say so, but it's happening. One that boy, they'll cap you like a payroll. They spiritually there, I guess I'm passing out some halos, get your lasos. Whole time your nasos, straight to them forsaken, no natives, boy, I be skating like the lake froze. Beefing is for certain, cook my burger with some queso. Work the wicked serpent, we ain't worshiping this peso shot. Life's tough, I like it rough, just like a Sado. There's no pacifist, I'm blasting at the Pharaoh. When I'm king, I had to get the Mecca. Put on the mind of Christ, now I'm matching with the Plato. H.O. GMOB, homie, this the takeoff. Verbally, occurrences currently in your facial. I pray for the day, man, I can't wait for him to suffer. Yeah, I'm hateful, cause Satan is a sucker, like fellatio. Yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. All the Christians bring conviction to your section. Suggestion, yeah, let Christ give you new life. Alright. Yanked out of Lucifer's oppression. All the Christians bring conviction to your section. Suggestion, yeah, let Christ give you new life. Alright. Niggas that can retreat when they're being persecuted by these Satanists, Christian instead to say that they preach. And this is the model, thousands of Christians are slaughtered because they convicted the father. They see the Satan Stevens over they believe in what these Satanists but they go harder. This is the missionaries, niggas
And really, my eyes on the screen, I see nice for 21 guys on the knees, and these pictures will be headed right on the beat. And every look out at the time in the sea, I put down the sword and the body can see. To worship at the service, time that we please. And pray and open up my Bibles and read. If my brothers out the guy ever free, they morning because they won't deny him the weed. Deny him every time the sign that we be in the church, we're ready to go out fight to breathe. Positive and send it fire, but we find behind the break, reasons fire and me. So for me, we'll have the lions and leaves. Let's go before I turn the silence, I bleed. Jesus, Jesus, I believe in you. How can I not forget you in the love? They're fighting to put a band in his name, so they can throw us in the slave and chains. They say hallelujah all day. Hallelujah all day. I will stand up and say hallelujah all day. Hallelujah all day. I will stand up and say hallelujah all day. Hallelujah all day. I will stand up and say hallelujah all day. Hallelujah all day. I will stand up and say hallelujah all day. America's the new Gomorrah, and we have been doing what's on there. Millions of murder, different potions, and we don't do nothing about it. And every man and girl, that's something you got a problem with. They're supposed to steal all types of hate and just say that you get intolerant. They tell us knowledge is taking all of our schools and these colleges. But that's for our children, all the legends, all the schools and these colleges. They tell our kids what you fancy, they don't believe in their monitors. Our hearts are deceitful and they're wicked, and they just want us to follow it. But enough of it is not enough, they want us to prove that it's honesty. We can agree and disagree, but no, they say choose who you side with. I'm never scared, the choice is easy, it's what you want to gotta live. I'm focused on seeing eye and eye, starting and you on your bottom.
Good morning. All right, I know it's Youth Sunday, so I'm about to go ahead and do a little bit of song for y'all. This song is new, so it's called Praying and Seeking. Young King.
Now you listening to Prime Stars music. Prime Stars. Prime Stars.
I'm praying, I'm seeking you. I'm praying, I'm seeking you. I'm praying, I'm seeking you. I'm praying, I'm seeking. Yeah. And now I'm praying down and on my knees, and now the devil's trying to take it away. So I got my Bible, then I started reading it. I'm asking God forgive me for my sins. I think He got us in His Son, and that's enough for me. Yeah, you pick me up, you turn around, you place my feet on solid ground. And now I'm gonna tell the people about what you did for me, but how you take from me. And even the devil trying to take the stuff away. I'm praying. I'm praying, I'm seeking you. I'm praying, I'm seeking you. Yeah, and now the devil trying to take it away. But asking God forgive me for my sins, and for the sins of underneath. Now and for the hardness that I started feeling. And now I'm down on my knees, praying for the needs, asking God forgive for me. I'm praying, I'm seeking you. Once again, the tears falling from my eyes, and with my hands up, and now I'm surrendering in you. And now the devil in
said it again. Because he want me to take that pride with me. But I'm not gonna do it, and that's a bad rhyme. And so I'm trying to teach my kids how to live the life. I'm trying to have a legacy, so my kids can follow me. Bring it into the church so they get to know me. I'm praying, I'm praying. I'm seeking in you. I'm praying, I'm praying. I'm seeking in you. Thank y'all. I just made this song to the song hit me because I went through a lot of stuff. So for me to get over it, this is what I say. Thank y'all.
I'm seeking you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you, Lord.
You remain quiet, but you couldn't speak. When you pop man down, done by police. Good cries, you and Lord, don't say nothing to me. When you pop, the hood been crying out, but no one ever is. Until they turn it upside down, now everyone is. I bring up Trayvon, you say what you do. I bring up John Cross, what you say he had to do. I bring up Eric Garner, you say he was overweight. When you say that Michael Brown should have never tried to run. You really not realize that it's a pattern and you not having compassion. When these tragedies happen, isn't it odd? Usually you sympathize with the victim, but this time you just continue to side with the villain. Be a part of the line, and we love the genocide. And when Lil got a record that none of us can deny. Some are killers and others pick it up just to survive. You think you would be as holy if you grew up on this side? No excuse, but you gon' have to tweak your perspective. It's easy being sheep with a sheep to protect it. Get around the rules and then teach to protect it. Second that you sleep, you can leave unexpected. With the blood in the streets, you remain quiet, but you come with a speech. When you pop man down, done by police, hood cries, you ignore it, don't say nothing to me. When you pop, the hood been crying out, but no one ever is. Until they turn it upside down, now everyone is. You're looking at me, you're tapping your theology.
Let's say, man. Truly, we're grateful for this another youth and young adult Sunday, and for the surprises God has given us. Genesis, I like that song. That's a good one. That's something some grown folks need to be singing. Thank you, Torian. Y'all gonna have to work with me this morning. My body is not in the best of cooperation today. And I think my soul is in turmoil. I've been praying about what we should do. And an 18-year-old walks into a room of fourth graders and begins to assassinate babies. I'm sure the teachers died trying to save the kids, but his target was children.
Right.
And what's really sad is he hasn't even had time to experience life himself. An 18-year-old And from the time I heard, I couldn't do anything but pray. Because I think of all of the opportunities we waste to help our own children. And the Lord said to me, that boy is right in the age group of your grandchildren. And then he asked me, what have you done to make sure that abundance of rain does not produce a mass killer?
My Lord.
What have we done to be sure that none one of our sons and daughters may not pick up a gun and just go killing folks? What have we taught them
My Lord.
that would help them to realize you cannot walk into a classroom and take lives? Somebody said you need gun control. He didn't steal a gun. He bought it. But even if you let him, if you stop him from buying them, there are people out there who are willing to give it to him because they love destruction. So it's not the gun. Many of us have guns. Because we Christians, we act like the lie and act like we don't. Most folks who go to church have guns.
Amen. Amen.
It's un-American not to have them. That's what they teach us. You have the right to bear arms. And all guns are not used for destruction. I like to hunt. You need a gun to hunt. Because you can't catch rabbits with a slingshot. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. But the fact is, it's not the gun. Guns don't have attitudes.
Come on now.
Guns don't have mentalities. Guns don't have hands.
Amen.
Guns don't have minds to kill.
Amen.
It's just a piece of steel. So after debating with God about the gun control issue, now I do think we have way too much access to high power and high guns with a lot of rounds. Yeah, that's just way ridiculous. I don't think that an 18-year-old should have a 100-round drum. That's just way too much fun shooting. But then I thought about, what if we had more security at the school? Because we're looking for something to blame. We're looking for someone to take the credit for what happened. We also found out the other day, the ex-policeman was working at Tops Market. The young man that came in to shoot up those 10 people in the store killed him first. Security may help some, but it doesn't make all that big of a difference. So I want to share with you today the thing that God said to me that made my heart sing. So if you turn to Proverbs 22, verse 6. Here's what the Lord said to me. He said, train up a child. Y'all don't got to stand. He said, train up a child in the way that he should go. And when he is old, he will not. Did he say will not?
Will not.
He will not depart. That's what I want to talk about today. What I want to use for a subject, can I have any domino players in the house?
Yes, sir.
I want to use for a subject today. Could get your kids out the street.
Right.
Come on, Bishop.
I'm a domino player. And at the beginning of the game, somebody will wash the dishes. Y'all don't know what that means. That means they mix up the domino. So everybody can reach in and grab their 7.
Right.
Even if we're playing cutthroat, even if it's 3 at the table, even if it's 4 at the table, 2 at the table, grown folks don't play 9. We play 7 ball.
Right, right.
Folks who want to get out easy, they don't want nothing to eat later, play 9 ball. We play 7, so if it's a pot over there, you're going to have to go over there and dip something out. But when we're playing the table and it's full, there's 4 people at the table, whether you're playing pockets or cutthroat, once everybody pulls their bones and that last person is taking too long to get theirs in their hand, somebody will holler out, get your kids out the street. There's certain things that we mean when we say get your kids out the street. First of all, we mean whatever is left is your responsibility.
Right.
Those left belong to you. Yeah, well, everybody else got theirs. Everybody else picked up what they need. They're yours. So when we say get your kids out the street, we don't say the kids. We want them to understand that by you not having your kids out the street, you holding up the progress of the game.
Wow.
Right? The second thing that we want them to understand is those are the 7 that have been chosen for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We didn't pick them, but when we grabbed ours, those 7, no matter what they are, no matter whether you like them or not, whether you appreciate the hand or not, no matter what you think of the hand, those 7 are yours.
Yes, sir.
That's what you get. You can't trade them in. And you know, the whips always say, hey, if you got 4 doubles, no, if you got 4 doubles, you play double. Guess what you got? Those are your kids. So they're your responsibility. Then they're yours. They're chosen for you. That's your destiny right there. But we also realize that those 7, watch this, are yours and they are valuable to your game. Treasures. You didn't just get useless bones. You got random bones like everybody else. And you get a hand to play like everybody else. And if you can play well, your hand will be beneficial to you. If you don't play well, I don't care how many 7 you get, you're going to get wiped out. But they're valuable when you first put them in your hand. Yes, sir. Not on that domino table.
Yes, sir.
The other players know or have a pretty good idea what you have by what they have. And they're going to play their 7 the best they can, and it's up to you to make what you can from the hand you have. But you can't even play till you get your kids out the street. When God said that to me, my heart was broken because, in essence, God was saying, what have you done? Oh, I can say I don't live in Uvalde, Texas. But I got some numbers here, and I'm going to give them to you later. It's in Arizona as well. We ain't free from it. And I'm just going to read some stuff from some schools. But he said, it's time for y'all to get your kids out the street. So look at your neighbor and tell them it's time to play the game. It's game on. Get your kids out the street. Now, there's several things you have to do, and then I'm gonna move on. But there are several things you do when you first pick that hand up. First thing you do is you line them up in the best order for what you plan.
Yes, sir.
Some people put all of the sixes next to each other, all the five next to each other. Some people line them up from smallest to biggest. Some people line them up biggest to smallest. Some people line them up from what they think is the most devastating bone. What's going to be the last table breaker? But everybody has to set up their own hand. Which means you got to know your bones. You got to know your kids. You got to know what they're capable of. What can I do to help them be better? What can I put them that they will be the most beneficial? Where can they shine the most? What do I do with them? I just got them in my hand. So you organize them in a way that's going to make them, not you, beneficial. It's going to benefit you because they win, you win, and that's your glory. You first got to get your kids out of the street. So we organize the hand, and then we plan the attack. We already got our offense set up. We already got our defense set up. If somebody plays this, I'm going to play this. If somebody throws that, I'm going to throw this. And what we're trying to do, watch this, is make every bone count. Not just on the table. Huh? And I don't mean every bone got to score, but every bone got to count. Sometimes when you're playing dominoes, you play defense. I'm not trying to get money right now. I'm trying to set it up so later on I can have some control. That's the statement. The folks who hit the board just trying to chase money, they always throw the wrong bone in the wrong place. And later on, they realize that was a bad move. How many of us have done that with some children? You did some things and said, that's good right there. But later down the road, when it affected them negatively, you realize that was a bad move. So the dishes have been washed. The hands have been pulled. And you sitting there looking at yours, and everybody's waiting on you. Can I tell you this morning, get your kids out the street. Writer of Proverbs, wise is wise. Solomon says, train up a child in the way that he should go. Yes. Are y'all with me? Is this fresh water?
Yes, sir.
In the way that he should go. Y'all forgive me, I need more water today. Got some serious stomach issues, but I'm gonna preach this thing. I don't make no excuses. But he says, train up a child in the way that he should go. I was looking this up and I said, Lord, let me go back to the original language because this is saying more than what we think training is.
Right.
The word training in this text, the Hebrew word, means to, listen to me, it means to dedicate and narrow the path. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Dedicate and narrow the path. Huh? Right. The understanding of dedicate, you find that when you look at the book of Samuel. Bible says, and Hannah prayed before the Lord because she wanted a child. And not just a child, she wanted a son that her husband could have a legacy to carry on. Right. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Yes, sir. But listen to what she told God. If you give me a son, I will give him back to you all the days of his life. I'll make sure he don't know no God but you. I'll make sure he don't know no word but yours. I'll make sure he don't live no life except a life with you. I'm talking to somebody right there. Preach it. I will dedicate him back to you. It's a terrible thing that children being dedicated in the church has come down to a few sprinkles of water and a Then we send them back to the hellhole their parents are raising them in, and they're raised with the devil all their lives. And they become CME Christians. Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. They spend their lives thinking they're doing God a favor. You're not doing God a favor by going to hell. Tell them, Bishop. But our kids learn that because that's what we do. Hannah, when she had her child, the Bible says after he was weaned, he was old enough to live on food. Without her, he didn't need no more mother's milk. She took him to the temple and dropped him off. She told Eli, he's yours. You keep him before God. Y'all ain't hear what I'm saying? She dedicated him to Christ. We can't dedicate our children to God because we busy wanting them to have experiences in the world. Why? Why do they need to experience the world? Come on, somebody. That little song Genesis sung this morning, I wouldn't let her have nothing except a Bible from now on. I wouldn't care if she didn't know how to twerk. I wouldn't care if she didn't know what the latest rap song was. I wouldn't care if she didn't watch YouTube. I wouldn't care if she didn't know what a video was. I would give her nothing else but Jesus. I would keep her away from any boy and act like he liked her until he had a car, a job, and was old enough and wanted to marry her. I wouldn't care if she never dated. I wouldn't care if she never went to a high school dance. I wouldn't care if she never had a party. I wouldn't care if she didn't have no piercing, tattoos, or makeup. I wouldn't care. I would dedicate, devote her. See, but it's the stuff we think is cute. It's the stuff we think our kids ought to have. It's the stuff we want them to have because we see other kids with it. But do you see the other kids dying? Wow. Get your kids out the street. It's us that put the street in our kids.
Yes. You're right.
Come on now, Bishop. Say that. Say that.
You're right. Yes.
That's why our sons don't know how to love women.
Right.
Right, now teach them. Teach them. Work on that. They think breaking it off and breaking it down is the best they can do. Oh, see, she can't go to college laying under you. Wow. She can't go to class laying under you. She can't get a job or a career laying under you. Wow. And enough of us who struggle with our daily living strategy, trying to make it, or to make sure our kids go as far in college as they can go. That's far they go. Yes, sir. I know that's the quiet part, but that's all right. And if your kid ain't no college kid, that's why we have trade schools. You got to learn how to have a professional career and stop looking for a job. Teaching them. But we ain't ready to play because our kids is in the street. The second thing that it means is to narrow. Right? To narrow the path. Yes. And what it really means is you ought to have dedicated tunnel vision. There you go. I have a purpose for Zaire. Whether he wants the purpose or not, I don't care. Right. Because he don't know what he needs at 21. I do. That's right. Right now, all he knows is he want to play games, he want to be on YouTube, he want to do TikTok. That's all he knows. But I know garbage in, garbage out. There you go. I ain't saying that. Huh? There you go. When you got 1 million likes on YouTube, but a D in social studies.
Come on, Bishop.
Come on, Bishop. Every time you move that Zaire, it goes off. I ask you not to move again.
No, it's turned off already.
Put it back up there and start it again.
Okay.